Donkey Kong and his friends are barrel blasting onto the Nintendo Switch system in the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze game.
Recently, I played Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. This is a Donkey Kong game that I played on the Wii U and has a lot of similarities to a lot of the others like Super Mario games such as Super Mario World 3D or even the older Mario games. It is a platformer that follows Donkey Kong as his island gets invaded by a mysterious invader and his ice brethren and penguins that take over Donkey Kong's island. He then fights to get back his island and go and remove the cold weather from his nice tropical location. Throughout the game, you find various different levels, of course, that have various different barrels that you can throw if you find them, and those barrels have your, Donkey Kong brethren, such as Diddy Kong or Cranky Kong, etc., that each have their own specific unique ability, and this is similar to, say, the Fire Flower and whatnot in the Super Mario realm. Generally, each thing, for example, Cranky Kong will use his cane almost like a pogo stick, or Diddy Kong will allow you to kind of coast by having this jetpack on his head. So overall, you then have to go through and complete various different platforming challenges and kill various different enemies in order to get through and make it to the end. And on top of that, you have various different aspects, including various different water parts. You have things that you can find that are hidden, such as like Donkey Kong's name you can spell out. You can go through and you can gain as many different rings as possible, so that way you can go back and purchase red balloons, green balloons, or blue balloons, and those balloons allow you to go back to checkpoints in levels. If you run out of balloons, then you have to start the level all over again, and this provides its own unique challenge, of course, having to get through each level without dying more than your allotted number of balloons. There are also barrels that you can jump inside of that then propel you to various other barrels or to other locations, and on top of that, there are certain levels that have things like mine carts that you then have to go and ride in order to get to the end of the level. I think each level has its own unique challenges that are enough to keep me engaged throughout the entire thing. However, I will say that the whole game feels like a reskin of a Mario game, kind of like I said at the beginning. I think the game is fun and has its own unique draws, but generally, if you're not into this type of game, it's not really going to be for you. And while I do love platformers, I don't think that this improves on the Mario formula enough to make it warrant its own unique game. Therefore, because of the lack of originality, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 4 stars. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm wrong or right? Let me know in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. That'll pop up during the outro, and the rest of our links are down in the description as well. We have gaming sessions for gaming content, movie and Smokin sessions for movie content, CrazyRocky for variety content, and the podcast channel, Try Podcast. All right, guys, I'll see you all in the next one.
I stay out of my